Hello and welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is the show where we talk about everything from liturgy to Lexa.
You thought I had you.
I thought you were going to do it with me.
Lexapro.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana intros forever.
Welcome to Anti-Depressing, y'all. We're happy to have you guys here.
So happy to have you back.
It's another day.
Did you get it?
Gotcha.
There's a bug on the desk.
Sucker.
For those of you wondering about the sound effects.
Yeah.
How are you?
I am good. You know, honestly, like life is good. What have I even done?
You were just in Philadelphia, right?
I visited a friend.
Yep.
That is true. I was like, what did I do?
You just got back last night. It just happened.
Last night.
Yeah.
I visited a friend. I'm a world traveler.
I know you are.
And that was really nice. And then I came back here. She's actually from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which is cute. It has like little Bethlehem stars all over the town.
It's adorable.
Cute. And so I visited her, went to some music fest, hung out, ate, blah, 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 you know, hot girl stuff. And then I came back here to the boiling hellscape.
It's
Florida.
It is crazy.
So hot, you guys. Like it's
like we're not okay.
Like I couldn't even right then. Like I couldn't even say. Like today, I had to make a return to a store, and just as I was running errands, and when I got in my car, I thought I could eat this $40. Like I don't have to return it because I don't even want to like leave my house.
Like, step outside.
Like it's so hot, and so yeah. So anyway, so other than it being like hotter than, you know, the gates of hell,
the worst.
I visited a friend, which was really nice. And I also, while we were visiting a friend, I was visiting a friend. We do everything together.
It's always a we.
I know. While I was visiting my friend, this event in Montgomery transpired, where this man was jumped by a bunch of people, and then a bunch of other people, a bunch of black people, came to his aid. And it's called the Montgomery Brawl 2023. I bought a hat.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was...
She's bought merch.
It was all over my For You page.
Wow.
You know, it was just like pretty much, obviously not the jumping, but the... you know, the repercussions of the jumping was one of the highlights of my weekend. So, and my whole For You page was just like videos of it. So shout out.
Love a little weekend highlight.
Right. So shout out to those heroes for taking action, standing up for that middle-aged security guard. So,
there we go.
Yeah. So you know what? It was a good weekend. And now I'm just back here with you. And I know that right before we started recording, you talked about going to Disney World, which is probably not going to like be soon again.
I'm taking a break.
Yeah. But I was gonna say I'm happy to be back here with you, and we can go to Disney one day.
Like late September. I went yesterday and I'm like still sweating from it. Like I'm still just damp, and it's oh my gosh, dude. It was hot. I'm not out here trying to be like, oh, it was so hard to go to Disney World.
Y'all
so
understand that like we got the
cheap
Florida
resident. We can only go on weekdays,
but some days are blocked out.
Yes,
not weekends.
But we got those passes.
Yes, so it is a blessing that we acknowledge.
It is a gift, and we're very thankful. And we scrimped and saved, and we're really doing up this Florida life.
We are.
Well, one of my kids is under 3, so she's free, and we're really doing it. But yesterday, the heat index was 106 when we got there. And I just sweat the entire time. And it was Disney, so it was magic and whatever. We're at Animal Kingdom, and my daughter is starting her little homeschool this week. Aww. And so her first science unit was zoology. So we went and we were doing the Wilderness Explorer thing. She learned a lot about animals. We went on the safari, and every animal, we were like, what kind of animal is that? How do you know it's a mammal? We were doing all kinds of learning. But we were sweating for that learning.
Like we were doing all kinds of learning.
We were sweating.
And mommy was going to pass out. Yep. Y'all, when we say that it's hot, Like, it is like you walk outside and it just feels like someone ate a chili pepper and just like burped in your face, like a hot burp.
Just won't stop breathing
on you. It's so hot. And like when you get in your car, no refuge, because your AC is like, I'm barely.
It's trying. But it takes like 20 minutes, and by then you're normally already home, and it's like now I have to go back outside.
And you just start consolidating your activities because you're like, I just can't even.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go out, I need to do all of it at one time.
And the thing about Disney, which like I appreciate, some of their things, whatever, and the wonder, but they have no coverage at their theme parks. None.
It's hard to find refuge.
It's hard, dude. And unless you go in a restaurant or that's
go
to a show, that's it. You're outside.
It's hot.
And like, especially Animal Kingdom, all the food places outside.
It's a lot of outside.
So it's pretty much just.
Good news of the gospel, if you have a kid, is that Animal Kingdom has a pop-in baby care center. And it's so cold in there, like so AC'd. And they have like filtered cold water and like a private bathroom. It is luxury.
I'm trying to have a baby.
But if you don't have a baby, please don't go in there. Very creepy vibes.
But if you don't have a baby,
really not
please
okay.
Save it for the people with children. Yep.
But for the people with babies, life hack. It's hidden behind the Starbucks. Not a lot of people know about it, so it's pretty empty. Sometimes they put a little show on. It is. My kids have napped in there. It's a vibe.
Dude, one day when we go, we gotta I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, because it sounds
We'll schedule
awesome.
some time to hang out in there.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's
dude.
where we eat lunch. We just sit in there and eat lunch. It's nice.
You're like, I'm not.
It is
One thing about
cold.
mommy is we're not sitting out
We're
here.
taking a break from the sweat.
But I saw, though, your husband sent a beautiful video of him and your daughter going on a water ride.
Yes, the Cali River Rapids.
Wow.
I love that ride.
Can we talk about her big girl energy?
I know. So brave, so big.
She started school. And
she's been doing great.
Yeah. And how are you doing, Mom?
We're doing great. I mean, we have done 2 days of homeschooling, so I'm not about to. But honestly, the reason we're well, there's a lot of reasons, but we don't have to go that hard right now. But one of the reasons is because I love the aspect of just getting to do hands-on experiential learning. And just learning from just their surroundings and getting to go out and experience the real world for as long as they can before they just sit in a classroom. So yesterday was really fun. We woke up, we did some of the learning activities. I have a curriculum-ish that we're doing. And then we went to the library to pick up the books that we had on hold and just kind of do some library activities. Our library is awesome. We love it. Libraries are everything. And then we went home, ate some lunch, went to Animal Kingdom, did that today. We read books from the library. We did activities. So it's been really cool to get to do more hands-on learning with them. It's been very fun.
And she's seeing the world, man.
She's doing it. She's
something about your kids is they'll never say that they didn't just see the world. Your kids are living.
They're experiencing.
They're experiencing life. Well, Mama,
can I kick it off?
I think you should.
Okay, you guys, I am so excited. We are starting a new segment on Anti-Depressing called Anti-Depressing Catholic News. Bet you're shocked. Hey,
I didn't even know what sound that was. Yeah.
No, it's perfect though. If you have been on planet Earth, you know that a lot of times when there's Catholic news that pops off, especially in the general media, it's pretty negative and it's sad. And as Catholics that actually enjoy being Catholic the majority of the time,
it's a 70-30. Yeah.
Maybe a little more, but it's hard, JK. Right? Don't cancel it. It's hard sometimes. And especially if you're I used to be Catholic or I've never been Catholic kind of person, we don't get the greatest rep in general media. So we're here to tell you it's not all doom and gloom. This was inspired. She doesn't even know that we're giving her a shout out on the pod, but this was inspired by our dear friend Allison Gary, who, when we shared about the maternity leave stuff a couple weeks ago, she texted us a couple days ago or last week or something, saying that someone else also had extended their maternity leave. Ooh. And it inspired us that we should start sharing this stuff when good, happy Catholic news comes up. So if you have an exciting Catholic thing that happened either at your church or in your diocese or where you work, share it with us. Send it to us on Instagram. Text us if you have our number. And just let us know what's happening. Email us, antidepressingshow@gmail.com.
Whoa, we love getting emails.
We love emails. It's riveting. Only to like this email. Our general emails, it's
absolutely
too much.
Hate it.
We're tired. But so excited. So thank you, Allie, for this one. Ascension Press just updated their maternity leave policy, and they are now having 12-week maternity leave.
Ooh. Spicy.
I'm guessing that's fully paid before I have.
Yeah.
So exciting. 12 weeks paid maternity leave inspired by Femme Catholic.
Oh, wait.
Hey. Yeah. Femme Catholic can get a little drum roll.
That's true. I love them.
Yes, they do such good work. And they did like an investigative study. If you haven't read it, go check it out. That looked at dioceses and Catholic companies and what kind of maternity leave policy they offer. A lot of dioceses got very upset that they did this because it didn't make them look good, which like if it didn't make you look good, it probably just means you don't look good, you know?
Oopsie.
So thank you for your work, Femme Catholic. To all the ladies who work or will eventually work for Ascension Press, so happy for you. Get that time to bond with your baby. We love when Catholic companies prioritize mothers bonding with their children. So thank you, Ascension Press, our first anti-depressing Catholic news.
Yay!
Happy to be here.
Woohoo! Woo! Thank you for caring about families.
We love it. Honestly, our first story is kind of also some not depressing Catholic news
that
extension.
Is true.
So should we dance?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's do it. I feel like it should have a at the end.
Yeah, maybe, maybe we can upload. You guys.
We always say this.
Okay.
This is episode 15.
We've been talking about some good things. And one of the things that we've been table talking about is that during the different seasons, we're going to upload different sounds to this thing. So
like
it's almost
like
fall.
Christmas. We'll have a little like jingle bells.
This is Halloween. Yeah, like we're gonna upload different sounds to this because it's almost fall, right?
That.
Please tell me it's almost fall.
It's never gonna be cold.
Please, God. And so when it's fall, we're gonna upload different sounds. Then when it's Christmas, we're gonna do jingle bells. I know. Literally one day we're gonna be recording this episode, you guys, and it's gonna be like in Endgame, and I'm just gonna disintegrate. Like it's so hot. Like I'm gonna be like, I don't want to leave Mr. Stark. Yeah, I'm scared, Mr. Stark. I don't want to leave. It's so hot. It's so hot. But happy news. Besides me complaining, in our first story, World Youth Day has concluded.
I don't know what this is. Yeah, there we go.
It is done. One day we'll figure out what those buttons are. So World Youth Day has concluded, and there is hope that seeds will be sown for the local and international church, which is good news. And so, there were so many people at World Youth Day.
How many?
You know what? Dang, I typed slow. Okay, wait.
I mean, I just read this and I don't remember. I thought it would be really cool if you just knew. Did you find it?
World Youth Day 2023 had 1.5 million people.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like maybe 600,000.
1.5 million.
Way to go, Catholic kids.
Wow. So
that's a lot of human beings.
It is. So World Youth Day has ended, and there's a lot of hope, right? Yeah. Because one of the big stories from World Youth Day is, for the many World Youth Days, is that although some people can think, it's not really like super necessary that we have these massive gatherings, right? we can maybe do other things with those funds. We can do other things with those times. There's opinions for days.
And that like nothing happens when you go home.
And nothing really happens when you go home. Things just kind of like fizzle out. But one of the good things about World Youth Day and events where there's gatherings in that way is that there are really seeds sown, especially vocational seeds. And a lot of people are inspired to discover their own vocation, meaning just like how they are going to grow and serve the Lord in their life. And whether that means, so vocation comes from vocare, which means calling. So
look out, y'all. Did she used to teach theology or what?
Oh, shoot.
I love that.
So it just means calling. So simple, easy, chill, right? Catholics are chill, maybe. So, it helps people just kind of discover, like, how are they going to grow and serve the Lord? So hopefully there are massive, amounts of seeds being sowed in the hearts of all the attendees. And so one of the big feedbacks about those vocational callings are vocational callings. That's like saying like streets of one of those callings is that a lot of people come back and they're inspired in how they can know, love, and serve God. And then they're inspired about how they can know, love, and serve their communities. And so it just works in beautifully two ways. And so I'm wondering, I'm going to ask you a question. I know we pivoted from this model, Jasmine, but I'm going to circle back. So
we can do anything you want.
Ooh. How can these experiences with other Christians from other places help positively influence a local church community? So I'm asking you this question, but I already know the answer because of Jasmine's.
So there's one direct answer.
Because of Jasmine's involvement in a ministry that we both hold near and dear to our hearts, and because of her experience in that ministry, I know that you've seen a lot of young people gather together, and especially young people from all over. And I'm wondering, like, what kind of positive impact have you seen that have? Like, because on a smaller scale, things like camps like Alive in You and etc. have been beneficial. Obviously, they're not like 1.5 million size, but what kind of impact do you think that can have on like broader church communities?
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing is like you and I are byproducts of that, right?
That was the answer.
Damn it. This show.
Yeah. This show
would just be called Depressing instead of Anti-Depressing if we hadn't had like conversion experiences or our friendship.
There it is.
So I think a lot of that just goes to show that in small ways, things like this can either open your heart, or a heart that is like somewhat open, it can take it and like broaden it. And a lot of it depends on the person, whether they're ready to like implement that into their life or not. But there is something like if you give the Lord like the tiniest crack in your heart, like he's gonna run in and like try to empower you throughout your life and try to like give you what you need to be able to bring it home, as we say. But something that I always think is interesting, which I talk about at camp all the time. So if someone listening to this has ever been there, you know the drill.
Cheers.
But we talk about this in family therapy, and now I use it at camp all the time, that like when you go to an experience like World Youth Day, like a camp, like a retreat, like Steubenville, like any of those big like you rah mountaintop Catholic events, right? You are like a puzzle piece in your world. Like you fit into a puzzle. So like your family, your friends, everybody, you fit into the puzzle piece of like the greater scheme of your world. And what happens when you go to these things is you remove yourself from the puzzle piece. And while you're there, your heart changes a little, your view on life changes a little, you start to shift a little, and your shape might change. But when you come home, like the piece that was empty for you is still the same size and shape as it was before. So what's going to happen is either you change the pieces around you by trying to inspire them to change, or if it's a friend group, by shifting and going to a different group that molds with you, or you get molded back into the person you were so that you fit. because you need to like fit into your greater world around you. And so what happens a lot of times at these things is why we see like you were at the mountaintop and then you're just right back and you ride this like Jesus high for a couple weeks, for a couple months, and then you're right back to who you were, is because you just weren't ready to stay like firm in your change version of yourself and try to kind of like affect change around you and stay firm in your ideas of who you are and your understanding of what you're being called to enough that you can resist the pressure to mold back into who you were. Oof. And that's really hard for the people around you, as we both know from coming back from Alive in You every summer and being like, am I going to change my whole person? Am I going to rebrand myself? Yeah. And it's really hard to do that.
It is really hard. And it's like, you know, in the ways that you want to positively affect your community, right? So like whether that's your youth group or, you know, your ministry that you're involved in, or just your family or your friend group, it's just like, it's so tough to stay consistent with, you know, something that you've been given, right? Yeah. So like, you know, I just remember being in middle school and high school and being like, oh man, like stay consistent in, am I going to be the kind of person that people will be like, when I spent time with Chanel, I encountered, like, even if they're like, oh, I'm not like Christian, whatever, I encountered a good thing. Like I felt like
even if they won't name it in the
name, like, hey, will. I encountered a good thing. It's like, oh, that's dope. Like that's the vibe, you know? And can I be that person consistently? And it's hard.
It's hard.
It's really hard, you know? But I think like it's a beautiful thing that World Youth Day provided that opportunity for 1.5 million young people. And so hopefully, you know, years from now we can see the fruits from that experience.
Yeah. And in the article we read from The Pillar, there's this time where he's talking about like the Denver World Youth Day. She used to work in Denver, so like I'm sure that
and I visited where Pope John Paul II celebrated Mass. It's like this massive field, and it's just like crazy. They have like a little gazebo there with like a picture of everybody out there, and it was like, it's
beautiful.
Crazy.
That's amazing. And he was saying that like now the Eucharistic Congress that's happening is being started by these priests who like found their vocation at that World Youth Day, which is so wild, because now, like you said, years later we might see the fruits. Like they had conversion experiences that inspired them what their vocation was going to be, and now so many years later we're seeing them start this another revival that who knows what the vocations will be from that. And I think that's like the cool thing, is like you never really know what's going to affect someone and what's going to help be like the catalyst for change for them. And I think that's what's powerful about doing ministry. And then for us, like, it's easy to invest in these kind of things, even though it can seem like, oh, it's just this one-time thing. Why are we doing this? Or like, you know, we've all gotten feedback from the ministries we work with, like, what is the change really? But when you have experienced it, and like now I see like all the good ministry Chanel's doing, and like we're all really trying hard, that it's like, well, we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for like that conversion moment for us at one of these big events. And so I do think like there's a lot of good to it. And it's like, just because it might not have happened for you in that way doesn't mean it's wouldn't not legit. Be, even for a handful of those young people, would be incredible. You know?
Yeah. If God touches one heart, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, what does that look like for you? Have you gone to like something and you've been like, this makes me want to be better?
Yeah.
You know, really hone in on that. Like, what does that mean? How can you be more legit, too legit to quit, you know? And how can you be good to other people and to yourself? And so hopefully years from now, you guys, we're just, when robots take over the world, you know, we can see some good fruits as long as we still have the capacity to be on Earth. Yeah. And so we'll see. But thank you to the Pope and
all those
everybody that coordinated World Youth Day.
The planning behind these things is crazy. So hats off to all those involved.
Yeah. And thanks to all the pilgrims that went. And so mazel.
Good luck out there.
Congrats. Story number 2. Good news. Again.
I mean, woo!
so much good news.
Hitting us.
Cloud Covered Streets is a ministry that brings mobile showers and other necessities, so clothes, showers, goodie bags, etc., to people experiencing homelessness in Phoenix, Arizona during a record-breaking heat wave. So I'm going to look up this temperature in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona, because I bet you dollars to donuts, it's probably hotter than...
It's probably hotter than... We've been complaining like this whole time, and now we're going to do this story about people who don't have a home right now. Is it like 120? Oh, yeah. Wait. What's the heat index? Scroll back down. Feels like 110. In Arizona, it's crazy heat. Because you know how sometimes in Florida, like the wind will blow and it's like, oh, that felt a little better. Arizona, it's like literally if I took my hot breath and just like blew on your neck. It's like so.
And look at this right now, like where we are right now. Like it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And it feels like 99. But like honestly, those That's 10 degrees, y'all, those 11 degrees like make a difference. Yeah. And so like I was, reading about cloud covered streets today, and something that I think about a lot is, especially as I'm like driving and, being a young adult and blah, blah, blah. You drive by a lot of people and you see a lot of people, especially here in Florida where it's so hot. And I think about like how uncomfortable they must be, just like being under, bridges and trying to find some sort of refuge, being under overpasses. It's just like, oh my gosh, it seems exhaustive, which I mean, it doesn't even seem it like is. And you think about like what you can do, whether it's like buy a cold glass of water, buy a snack, something.
Yes.
And so I love this ministry, Cloud Covered Streets, especially like the name, right? So Cloud Covered Streets, recognizing that it is so hot, like, so hot. And that will kill people, it's literally so hot. And I love, I just love how they give, there was an interview with the founder and he was talking about how they provide people with a fresh pair of underwear, shorts, a shirt, and they have sports bras for women, and they give you 13 minutes to take a shower. They have mobile showers. And then they provide haircuts and a goodie bag with some other hygienic products so you can like keep up on that. Yeah. And they're outside Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so people can get showers. And it's just like such
They were saying in like one day they'll do like 50 showers. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
When you think about just like the humanity and just being able to like feel like a person. Like one of the people that was interviewed was like, they can walk out of here feeling like a new person. And like we've all had one of those showers where you get out and you're like I feel like a new person. But can you even like comprehend being like that warm, that tired, that dehydrated, and somebody like seeing you enough to meet your needs and to like know that you need this in fullness to be able to like live. But also they're saying like, if they wanted to like go to a job interview, like how are you supposed to do that when you've just been out sweating in the heat for days? But to be able to kind of like give them this refresh and feel like they're taken care of is such a gift.
It's just such a beautiful like testament to recognizing the dignity of a person, because it's like, hey, I'm recognizing that you're dignified enough to not feel like you need to be sticking to your clothes. Yeah. Like that's... And like if all of us can just put ourselves in a position of thinking about what it must feel like to just like
absolutely
it's so uncomfortable and it's unbelievable. And so it's just like a beautiful thing to be able to witness to people by knowing their names and recognizing them enough to say, hey, you can shower for 13 minutes, complete privacy, do your thing. And afterwards, there'll be some things for you. You can get a bottle of water. You can get a haircut. So if you schedule a job interview, feel free to go. Feel free to feel like a person, like a human being that's clean, It's like cleanliness is something that shouldn't be like... Cleanliness is a right? It's not like something where we should have to work for it. It's like a right. All of us deserve to feel clean, full, rested. And just to be able to provide that for people, it's like so awesome.
I know. Such a gift. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful ministry.
Beautiful. So good news, y'all. Oh, also, speaking of like good ministries, today I was getting queso dip for our dinner. And so good.
Love that.
Shout out to queso dip. And when I was in the bathroom, I saw this Ziploc bag that was filled with pads and tampons. And it said, period poverty is real. You're not alone. Take this if you need it. And I was like, wow. Like, after the whole day, I was like,
humanity restoration. That's nice.
I like stopped at Target. I was like, oh, it's so hot in Target. I was like so complainy. I bought like a Starbucks for myself as a treat because I was like, I'm so hot, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was just so whiny all day. And, you know, and it's just like to see that and to think like, wow, there are some people that put those bags together and recognize that, you know, feminine hygiene products are expensive.
So expensive.
You know,
yeah.
Feminine hygiene products are expensive. Getting a hotel to stay in, to take a shower, to get some rest is expensive. So offering these things out of the goodness of your heart is such a gift.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a cool thing that I saw today. So if you have any of those
little things like that you can do.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. And honestly, you can get like a pack of feminine hygiene products at like Sam's Club for like no money, and just to buy some Ziploc bags and put them in there and then just leave a little sweet note, leave them in some public bathrooms. Also, I was at a Chick-fil-A the other day, like a week ago, and I was going to text you this, like a picture, and I know some Chick-fil-A's are like privately owned or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it had a dresser in the bathroom, and each drawer, one drawer had pads, one drawer had diapers, one drawer had tooth floss, one drawer had like hand wipes, one drawer had diaper cream, and it was just like, and the sign on it said just like, if you need it, just take it. Like, you don't even have to go to the chicken, like, just take it.
That's amazing.
So it's like, how many of those things can we just do? Yeah. Like, you don't have to do this like insanely dramatic gesture. It can just be like, hey, if you need it, like,
just take it.
You have a baby and you're like, gosh darn it, like I don't have,
like, diapers are crazy.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, and it was full bottles. It was like good stuff.
Dang.
So anyway, touched. So
I love that. Yeah. I love little stories like that make you feel like, wow,
there's people
like
out
so
here
much goodness happening.
They don't suck. Yeah, we're trying. So
we're all trying our best out here.
Speaking of people that don't suck, you want to roll us into our third story?
Our third story. It's been a couple weeks since we talked about them.
Yeah.
So it's time.
So don't get tired of us because it's between Taylor Swift
and the Jonas Brothers. Okay. The Jonas Brothers tour started this Saturday. For those of you who don't know, they essentially copy and pasted the Eras tour because don't mess with something. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so they stole that-ish. And they're playing 5 albums one night on the tour. And we are so excited because we're going. We got tickets. We fought for our lives on Ticketmaster.
How you got that last ticket?
Our lives.
I actually don't know how you got that last ticket.
I was crying. We had 3 tickets, and there's 4 of us going.
Get one for another girlfriend.
And we were like, I don't know. But we had to grab the 3 tickets because it was like, we weren't going to get any.
And we were refreshing pages.
Nothing was happening.
I don't even think we were on the phone. I think we were like texting.
We were all texting because we're all like, we were all doing things.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we're all busy. I was at home with my kids. I'm innocent. But everybody else was very busy. And so we're texting. And I was like, just get the tickets. We have to. Like, this is not happening. Ticketmaster just kept telling me, we can't load your request at this time. I was like, load my request.
Or you would see a seat and it would be like, okay, a ticket for $50, and you were like, oh great,
click it,
and
you
click on it, it'd be
gone.
Like, oh, it's gone, someone bought it.
And I was like, you gotta get back in line.
Yeah,
all the way back to the beginning. You're like,
dude,
I just wanted to click on it. So we got these 3 tickets, and then I kept refreshing, being like, maybe I'll find one that's like in the same section but like, 12 rows away or whatever. Found one, same section, same letter, like we're in like, I don't know, row whatever, F or J. And it was J, but 2 rows in front. So close. And we're so far up that, people are going to be like, whatever, and just like sit by each other. It's chill.
I hope so.
Because
I hope
no
the
one's
person
like,
next to us is like, yeah,
it's fun.
Your friend can move up.
Because it's not like we're not on the floor by any means. Okay.
We are not.
No one up there is that like serious.
Jonas Brothers floor
serious.
tickets were how much? Like,
I don't know. Some of them that we saw were like
$1,000 or something.
That was a no for me. I did see some when we were refreshing it that were like $250 for floor seats, and I went to the Jonas Brothers tour in 2008.
Whoa.
I want to say.
She's an elder.
2007.
She's an elder.
2007, 2008, that era. And I paid, I think, $35 for floor, like ground. There were no seats, right? You're like paying for the mosh pit in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we got up to like 4th, 5th row. Like we were there. I could like see Nick's curls bouncing. We were right up there. And I was at the concert that they filmed the When You Look Me in the Eyes music video at. So, did you know? We'll watch it after this.
You literally never told me that.
I can't believe I haven't.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? And so we're all like,
trying to be in it.
Because they announced that they were. And they recorded like, clips of like fans before the show. Wasn't in one. Bummer. But some of the girls that I like met before the show were in it. So they're in the music video.
That's nuts.
So crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're very, very excited.
We are.
What I want to know from you, Chanel Shaw, is what song are you most excited to see live?
I've seen the Jonas Brothers twice now.
Oh.
Okay, so
y'all better look.
I know what I'm like wanting to hear, and I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna go deep tracks, right? Deep tracks
Sing
only.
it.
So we're not allowed to play it, but I'm gonna look it up
Sing
just to
it.
make sure. Okay, so
just to make sure that you know which one you want to do.
Just to make sure, because there are a lot. So
I should look up too. It's hard to say. I mean, from the whole, all of them.
I know. So I'm excited because my favorite Jonas Brothers album was this one, like this black and white one. This black and white one, dude. SOS. Hold on. That's just the way we roll. Like When You Look Me in the Eyes, it had the friggin' bangers. So
that was the tour I went to when they released that.
Yeah, me too. And so I am excited to hear Games. That was one of my favorite songs. Remember that song? It was like, if you care when I'm gone, and I think I've had enough. Girl, I'm sorry for the trouble that's been causing us so much. Feeling apart, it's getting harder to tell what you want. I'm so bored with these games. Oh, games.
Why is this so good?
Oh,
you're really channeling
games.
Like Nick Jonas, like right in the middle of puberty. I love that.
That last one was Nick. So
yeah.
Oh,
you know, you can recognize that. Anyway.
I'm like so excited. And Good Night and Goodbye. Those two. I'm like so.
You better not.
I'm so excited.
You guys, I'm so excited.
While you tell them your favorite, I'm gonna get something.
Okay, yeah. So they're playing Jonas Brothers, the like OG album. Kind of bummed they're not playing It's About Time because I love that album. They're playing A Little Bit Longer, Lines, Vines, and Trying Times, Happiness Begins, and the forthcoming, the album that they're releasing right now called The Album. Very exciting. I am most excited. I don't know. I have multiple that I'm like, I am going to lose it when they play Burning Up. Lose it.
Okay,
because
fair.
I could just like scream every word to that.
Fair.
So I'm here for that for sure. I also love. I'm gonna cry. Tour 2008. Yes, that's the one I went to.
We were both. This was my first concert.
Oh,
yeah, and you see, which
so
one
cute.
was yours?
Okay, wait. Yeah, look for your things.
Okay, I see. Orlando, Florida was the one I went to.
Okay, look.
And then Wallerford. Oh my gosh, this is.
That's so many. I'm getting
this
like
is so
dizzy.
whiplash.
See if you see it.
Well,
on
you guys,
there, we both went.
Here,
it was crazy.
I wore this shirt
I'm so
to
happy
take
for
my senior final in college. And
I love that picture you have of yourself in that shirt.
Yeah.
We should put it up.
Yeah. And so you guys.
Okay, wait, I have another song I'm so excited for.
Okay. Listen.
So excited for the song Fly With Me.
I love that song. Oh, won't you fly with me now?
I cry when I hear that song. It like gets me.
Good.
I don't know. Something about
it. It is
if it's you and me forever.
My favorite part is at the end when they cut out the music.
Now I'll be alright.
Yeah, when they cut out the music and Nick's like, be alright. Start to lose his shadow.
I'm gonna cry.
And then
I just know.
Better when they turn out fine. Oh.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Dang.
I watched The Voice, the season when Nick Jonas was a judge. My sister and I did, quarantine era.
Fair.
And there was a moment where he was like being a voice coach, whatever, as they do on The Voice. And he talked about how somebody early on in their career told him that he was really bad at falsetto and he should never do it, that he wasn't good at it. And John Legend, right? That's his name. Was like, that's literally what you're famous for. Like, that's what people know you for now. But he almost stopped. And then he was like, honestly, no, because I feel like I could do it if I kept working on it. And so he worked on it all the time and got super good at it. And that's why he can do all those crazy Justin Timberlake wannabe runs, you know? Isn't that wild? We almost had no falsetto Nick Jonas in our life because of a hater.
You guys...
The lesson here.
When we say that we're excited for this concert.
We're so excited. But the deeper lesson here is like when somebody tells you can't do something, like never feel like you have to listen to that. You don't have to take that at face value. Like you can always work harder. You can always get better. You can achieve your dreams. That's it. That's what we've learned.
Last favorite song. Okay.
Tell me.
There she goes again. Girl I'm in love with. She says we're just friends. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Walk the halls at school. You know it's casual.
How higher?
She says we're just. I don't want to lead you on. Yeah. No. But the truth is yeah.
We're going to get sued for like defamation of a song. Like how could you make... How loud are you going to scream red dress?
Oh, I'm going to have some
How
water.
loud are you going to scream? Do it.
Red! Wow, the microphone just went red. High heels, red dress, red dress, red dress. You really have to
I can't wait.
Red dress. It's like you have to like do it down, like dress. Your husband's going to be like, oh, that's not how you sing. So we're really exciting. We are going with one of our favorite co-hosts, Juliana.
And then my childhood bestie Taylor, who went to my first and only Jonas Brothers concert with me.
It's going to be beautiful.
So excited.
It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be
And
great.
It's in our hometown too, so it's not going to be a pain in the booty to
God
get there.
Bless.
Yeah, dude.
It's not till October, so everybody like curb your enthusiasm.
Stay tuned.
But it's coming for us.
It's going to be fun.
So exciting. Next week we're going to talk about is the Bachelorette finale in 2 weeks? Next week is the Men Tell All.
Next week is the Men Tell All. 2 weeks is the finale. So what we could do is just pause and...
Yeah, I feel like we should talk about it then. Nothing
it.
Crazy happened this week, but we did do some updates on our Instagram. So if you want to know our thoughts, we should start. I'll start a highlight. Bachelorette season, whatever we're on.
Please.
Yeah, I'll start one. Very exciting. But yes, we'll be hitting you with the update once all of this is over. God bless. It will be good.
We're hoping to have a special guest of Jasmine's husband.
Yes.
For the finale, because he's
gonna have thoughts.
Yeah, he is definitely.
I need to have him
thoughts.
watch this week's episode.
Yeah, we should record some of his thoughts at your house or something.
We should. Yeah, that'll be really fun.
He'll definitely be like,
that'll be good stuff.
Gosh. So you guys,
it's been a great time.
It's been a great time.
Our 15th episode. That's honestly bizarre. We're happy to be here. We're happy just us and the boys. Our first episode, we talked about the Jonas Brothers.
We did. They were like our first story. You know, so we're happy to be here. Me, Nick, Joe, and Kevin, who definitely had to glow up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
We thought this was it when we were also 13.
So there it is.
But you guys, here it is. They approve of the podcast. We approve of the podcast. We're happy that you guys are here. Smash that like button.
Smash that like bucket. Tell your friends about us.
Smash that bucket.
Yeah.
The world is depressing.
But we're not.
We are not.
We'll hit you guys up. Wait a minute. We
What?
have to do
Did we forget?
one. You have to do, if you know the words to the song, just one, just you.
Okay. Wait, I have to start the song?
No,
you
I'll start
the
it,
song.
but you
Okay.
have to have me guess.
Okay, just one.
Okay.
No, you're going to guess?
Or
I'm going to guess.
Okay, you can guess.
Okay.
If you know the words to this song, sing along, sing along.
Is it a Jonas Brothers song? It has to be.
I can't. That's going to be too easy.
Okay, try again. All you did was like... Is this the beginning to the song or the chorus?
It's always the beginning.
Not all.
Right now it's the beginning.
I don't... I don't know. Are you supposed to be saying words and you're not on purpose?
No, this isn't the song.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world is always searching.
Will you ever find a home?
That is honestly so good. That sounds exactly like them. I've been searching for that someone.
I can make it on my
own
dreams. Because it starts
All right, it's When You Look Me in the Eyes.
Yep.
The Jonas Brothers.
Good one.
Happy to be here.
Smash that like button. Tell your friends about us. Subscribe. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.